everybody, welcome back. My name is Angie. I'm glad you're here. If you're new, thank you for clicking on my video. I appreciate it. Do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. Doesn't cost anything, doesn't obligate you to anything, just lets you know when I upload a new video. Today I am making low carb / keto no bean chili. I have to tell you, we're new to this. I don't even have any makeup on, guys, so it's a Monday. I just had a virtual doctor's appointment with my migraine specialist, and I'll go through all of that with you too. But if you've been around a while, you know I have a truly kick butt amazing chili recipe with beans in it, and it is absolutely not low carb. It is absolutely not keto okay. So Phil and I are trying to really crush down on our carb intake and lose some weight. So I am trying to stay under 20 carbs a day. So I went from eating whatever I wanted to no more than 20 carbs a day. Keto flu is real. It's kicking my butt. I'm not gonna lie. It's hard, but watching the numbers go down on that scale that quickly, that's pretty impressive. So it's worth it, I think. Well, I'll let you know. So we're gonna try this keto low carb no bean chili, and I'm gonna try to make it as close to my chili as I can. And I also have to tell you, I'm a fairly lazy cook. Like, I like to cook and I like good tasting food, but if it's something that's going to take 14 steps, I'm swipe next. I'm not bothering. I don't have time for that. I don't have the interest in it, truly. Like, that kind of stuff is for Thanksgiving and Christmas and Easter, and I'm not doing that for chili on a Monday. No. So this is a made up recipe, pretty much, because the recipe that I saw had a million steps to it, and I was like, nope, don't need that. No, I'm not doing that. So we'll see how this turns out. It may be quite an experience, and it may be an experiment that goes horribly awry, but I'm going to share those with you too, because we are brand new to the process. This is our second week. Okay, so this is the second Monday of this low carb / keto diet. So we're figuring our way around. So that's what we're gonna do. So let me get the ingredients out for you, and we're gonna get started on this low carb / keto no bean chili for this Monday night's dinner. The refrigerator smells so good because Phil has steaks marinating in there for tomorrow night. They may be Wednesday night, but we'll talk about that in a second. But every time you open up the refrigerator, it smells so good. Whoops, I need the consomme and beef broth. And my jealousy. So this is what we're using. This is 1 pound, 93% ground beef. This is like 3/4 of a pound sliced. I'm going to show this side because this one's fogging up, but it's red peppers, red bell peppers, green bell peppers, and onions sliced up. And then I have diced tomatoes, beef consomme, low sodium beef broth, and mild chili seasoning. So the first thing I'm going to do is brown the ground beef, and then once that's browned, I will add the onions and peppers so they saute a little bit, and then depending on how big that mixture is, then I'll determine what pot I'm going to pour it into when I'm done. I have to tell you guys, Fairway has the best meat, the absolutely best butcher counter, and their meat is, it's so flavorful, and you can get anything you want there. Even if you don't go there for your regular groceries, I suggest going there to pick up your meat, especially if it's something like steaks or something that's going to have, you know, that's the main portion of your meal. It's absolutely worth going to get that at Fairway to make another trip, even if that's not your normal store. If I'm doing something like spaghetti sauce or goulash or something like that, I'm not overly concerned about the hamburger having amazing flavor by itself. It's going to get seasoned. It's going to have all this other flavor along with it. But in this case, the bulk of this meal is going to be the meat and the sauce. So I want really flavorful, really good ground beef. So that's why I'm using what I'm using. And we always get our meat from Fairway, no matter what. That's just where we go. So this little thing is amazing. I think I got it from, where'd I get it? Pampered Chef. Yep. I love this thing. I love this little meat chopper. It's awesome. Phil doesn't like it because he says it's hard to stir the meat around. Like he steams his hamburger. So he wants to be able to like get under there and flip it. And he says this doesn't do such a good job when he's cooking it in a saucepan. I love it. I do it in a skillet, so I don't really have that trouble. See, there's my first mistake. You do need to coat it with cooking spray. Otherwise the meat just wads up and sticks to it. So while that hamburger starts to simmer, I'm going to enjoy a little coffee and bring you up to speed on my appointment with the migraine specialist. I saw my neurologist this morning. It was a virtual appointment, which I have to say I love. I wish they would do all of them like that. It's so much easier and it feels more personable to me, and I think it probably saves everybody time, to be quite truthful. But it went very well. So I'm on the Emgality. I do think the Emgality shot is helping. I think it's reducing the length of my migraines. I don't think it's helping the number of my migraines. I still have a headache or a migraine every day. I have a headache right now. I would say it's probably at a 2. If certain things happen, it jumps up, but it comes back down. So if Sophie starts barking, it goes up to like a 3, but then after a few minutes, it goes down. So I get that startled reaction, you know. The Emgality is helping in that pain level comes back down. The migraines don't last as long, and the rescue medications and the rescue efforts that I take, that I rely on, are working better and faster. The thing with Emgality is like the last week to 10 days, my migraines are horrible, like off the charts, horrible, 3-4 days long. Medicine doesn't touch it. I'm taking FMLA from work. I'm in bed. Horrible. So what she offered today was a new medicine called Nurtec that she's going to give me 8 pills, and she said use those specifically when you're coming up on those last few days before I can take the Emgality shot again. So hopefully that will work. I understand this medicine is quite expensive. There's a coupon you can get. Just go out and Google Nurtec coupon, and it's NURTEC is the name of the medicine. And then you can get a certain amount of medication at a very reduced or even a no-cost option if you show that to your pharmacist and they understand how to process that coupon. So I'm excited for that. She called that in today. Today is the day I take my Emgality shot, so I'm waiting for a text from the pharmacy to tell me that those medications are ready, and then I will go and pick those up. In the meantime, that meat is sizzling pretty good, so let's go in and check the ground beef and see how that's doing. I'm going to break up some of these bigger pieces, but I'm not going to break them up too small because specifically for the chili without the beans, I kind of want the hamburger to be in a little bit bigger pieces because it's going to add that texture. that might otherwise be missing from the chili since we don't have any beans. So I'm just going to keep stirring that around and let that cook a little bit more, but it's looking really good. I'm going to go ahead and add probably about half of this package of mild chili seasoning. That'll give that ground beef some extra flavor. And we're just going to mix that in really well. And continue to let that brown up. This doesn't have to be cooked all the way through because I'm going to put it in a pot or a pan and cook it more anyway. And I don't want all of this in there. Maybe about half. Maybe a little bit more than that. I'm just going to let those flavors mix together a little bit. These little tiny binder clips are awesome for these envelopes like this. You can just pinch it on there and it's secure in your pantry. So I have the crock pot out, and if you can tell, it's wet because our crock pots stay in storage when we're not using them. So when I get them out, I always give them a good scrubbing first before I put any food into them. I'm using the bigger crock pot because I'm hoping I can get 4 servings out of this. 4 servings will bring the carbs down to between 6 and 7, and I'll tell you how I figured that out in just a minute. But before I start putting things in the crock pot, I'm going to spray it really well with cooking spray, and that makes the cleaning process so much easier. You can use liners if you like. I don't have anything against liners, and I do use them quite a bit. I don't use them for soups because I feel like you lose a lot of soup in the folds of the liner, so I don't do that. So I'm going to put the hamburger seasoning and peppers into the crock pot. Next, I'm adding a can of diced tomatoes. I'm going to start with the consommé because I really want a deep flavor to that sauce. So let's throw in this entire can of consommé and see where we are. Give that a good stir. Now you can see that's got a nice consistency, very similar to any other chili you might have. So I think I'm not even going to use the beef broth at this point because I don't want too much liquid in there. And this will easily be 4 servings, maybe even 5 or 6. We'll see how it pans out during the day. So I'm going to turn the crock pot on low and put the lid on, and we will let that cook throughout the day today. Okay, so dinner's done, and here's what it looks like. It looks really good, you guys. We did add a little bit more of the chili seasoning, and that thickened up the sauce a little bit as well. And I have shredded Mott's cheese and shredded cheddar cheese if you want to add those as toppings. When everything divided out, and I'll put the individual numbers in for you as well, but this came out to 8.3 carbs a bowl. So that's not too bad for dinner. You can top this with cheese. You can add sour cream. You can add crackers or eat it with bread, but you just want to count in those extra carbs when you do. But this is our no bean, low carb chili. So I hope you guys enjoy it as much as we do. It looks really good, and I'm hungry, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Thanks for stopping by. We'll talk soon.